Welcome to NWCC News. I'm Brent, the new news editor, and this is the April edition for 2020. We have moved our news online to a video format. The print edition or even the digital version of the pedal pusher is no more. All of our news for the monthly newsletter will now be via video. That means a few changes. First, let's talk about what we don't want to include in a video. Things like the calendar of events that were typically at the end of the old pedal pusher, we're not going to do those in the video. It wouldn't make any sense to sit there and list all the events, have me speak them to you. That's kind of weird. Or if I put them all on the screen and you have to pause it, and then anytime you want to check it, you have to come back to the video, find that exact time in the video, and look at that. That doesn't make any sense. So what we've done is we've created a permanent document. There's a bit.ly link below that you can click on that will list all upcoming and ongoing activities and rides for the club, or that the club recommends. Now, obviously there are not any of those in the near future because of what's going on in the world around us. So for this early part of April, if you're watching this later on, it's going to make sense. If you're watching it now, here in early April, and you click on that link, it'll show a bunch of rides that have already been canceled or postponed. We're leaving those on just for this short time so that you can see what that document will look like. That's where all the calendar of events will go from now on, and that can be updated in real time by anyone on the NWCC board, meaning you don't have to wait an entire month to get the next updated calendar of events in your news. It's always going to be updated. Things like the ride starter, we're not going to include in the video. That's not really what I would consider to be news. We'll still celebrate and honor the ride starters at the monthly club meeting when we have ride starters again and when we have club meetings again. But little changes like that are going to be part of moving into this new format. Some of you will like that, some of you may not, and that's okay. If you have suggestions, you can always leave those in the comments, and we'll continue growing this new format into something that we believe will be more beneficial for all of our club members. This month, we had a number of things slated for the video. Let me tell you what they were. I went out and spent a bunch of time trying to film for all of the regular, ongoing club rides. First up, the Saturday Zuby ride.
Nope.
I also went out, spent time on a Wednesday filming out at Hockley Community Center for the Wednesday Hump Day ride.
Nope.
I didn't make it out to Spring Creek Greenway for the TGIF ride or to Town Lake for the Sunday Town Lake ride before we were put into sort of a social distancing protocol. Similarly, I was booked to go to Corsicana to film for the Tour of Corsicana stage race and get some race team footage, but as usual with everything else,
nope.
So a lot of things that were going to be included as content for this particular edition of the news are gone. And who knows what I'm going to do for May? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. But I did go and film also at last month's club meeting, which for April, by the way, also
nope.
However, I do think it's important that if you're a member who hasn't been to a meeting in a long time, if you're a member who's never been, or if you're just curious about what our club meetings are like and you're not a member of the club, I think it's nice that if you could see what our meetings are like. So here you go. The club meeting is on the first Tuesday of every month, and this month that'll be on April 7th.
Nope.
You don't have to be a member to attend. Visitors are welcome also. Meetings are a great place to learn about the club, keep up to date with events, discover volunteer opportunities, experience guest speakers, and a whole lot else. Mostly though, they're a great opportunity to meet the people in and around the club and enjoy one another on something other than a bike ride. Food and drinks are provided, some from our sponsor over at No Label Brewery, and we meet at Northwest Cyclery on Jones and Highway 290. Hope to see you there this month.
Nope.
Okay. So almost everything is canceled, right? Was there any news in March? I mean, even our club's major spring ride, the Bluebonnet Express, was pulled off the calendar. I think we're all very disappointed to see that. I think a lot of riders who have come to expect that as a great ride in the spring and as a preparation for the MS 150, which again, that's another story that we all feel pretty bad about being canceled, I think. All that's canceled. Man, did anything happen in March? Is there any news? Excellent question. And yes, there's in fact some great news. The Texas Senior Games happened in Pace Bend Park, and I was actually able to get some great photos from Jeff Donnelly, who was on the scene competing, and we were able to do an interview with our Senior Games coordinator, Carl Grassoff, via Skype. So let's take a look at that.
This is about the Senior Games that took place at Pace Bend Park in Spicewood, Texas. It's in Travis County, and it's on Lake Travis, which is an excellent course. There's not a lot of traffic. It works well for doing the type of racing that's required for these particular races. Like I said, it's a 6-mile loop, and on some of the races they were completely a loop around the whole park, and then some of them were just in and out, down. Basically, it was out 2.5 kilometers and back to the finish line for the 5K.
And there were four different races, correct?
4 different races. There was a 20K and a 40K row race, and a 5 and 10K time trial.
Okay.
So there was 9 of us up there for the event, which was basically about the same amount of people we had for the San Antonio Games 2 years ago.
But a lot more success this time.
Yeah, the women really, the women did really good. I was, like I said, and Jeff and Dwayne both did well. Like I said, I did not play, so which is I still got a lot more work to do. And my particular age group is probably one of the most competitive age groups within the whole class of ages. Out of the 9 people, 8 of them qualified for the national tournament.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the National Senior Games are going to be November 5th through the 18th in 2021 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
What makes it so awesome to go to the Senior Games with Northwest Cycling?
You know, it's a fun event. It's competitive. You're out there trying to do your best. You're racing against people in your same age groups, which make it a lot of fun. You're not trying to compete against somebody 30 years old versus, being 67 years old or 68 like I am. So you're racing against people your own age group in your class. And, I think it's the camaraderie from the club itself that, we're all out there trying to support each other, which is important. We're all trying to do the best to represent the club. We had people podium every event, so people got used to seeing the NWCC jerseys. Okay, so that was pretty cool.
That's great. All right, so now let's go over again. What are the requirements, age-wise or otherwise, to qualify for the Senior Games?
Okay, the Senior Games, so what they are is they have the state games first, and you have to be 50 years old to be able to participate. So it's an opportunity for people over the age of 50 to still be able to be competitive for sports and to be able to go out and have fun with other like-minded people in their events, okay?
But if we have seniors in the club or people who are going to join the club that want to get involved in the Senior Games, how do they do that, Carl?
Okay, they can contact myself through the club website, and my email address is easy to get. They can either do the website through the NWCC website, or they can contact me direct through Facebook.
So big thanks to Carl for doing that interview. Big thank you to Jeff for sending in those pictures. And if you're interested in joining the Senior Games, talk to Carl or to anybody else who participated, and they'll enthusiastically tell you how to get involved with Northwest Cycling Club and the Senior Games. Again, you need to be 50 years old or older, and that's pretty much it. And love riding a bike, I guess. And they would love to have you. Carl is really trying to grow that team, get those numbers higher, and the events for the Senior Games are coming up later in the year, so there's a good chance if that's something you want to do, that those will happen and you can continue to prepare for that and look forward to it. Now, let's talk about what else is going on. We have some other things available to club members that you can do that can't be canceled by what's going on. Coach Carl, not Carl, the senior games coordinator, Carl Jones from the track, Coach Carl, who does a lot of work with our youth cyclists, also has a program going on available to any Northwest Cycling Club member right now, where he is doing a monthly training program that he provides to those who are interested. You have to let him know. I believe it's $5 a month, and you can join the NWCC training program page. This is not geared towards racers. If you are a racer or you are already on a training plan and you are training for racing or that type of competitive training, this is not what we're talking about. We are talking about for recreational, casual, and newer riders who are interested in getting into structured training. Coach Carl is developing a high-level program for you that will get you in better shape, make you faster, and make you more confident on the bike. And it's really, really good. I highly encourage you to check that out. Send him a message on Facebook or on the club activities page if you have any questions. He'll be really happy to talk to you about what he's doing or how you could do that or what you need to be involved. And it's a program you can do on your own, indoors or out. So for the conditions we're in right now, it works great. Another thing that we have going on is every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., we do a live online Zwift group ride for Northwest Cycling Club and its friends. If you don't know what Zwift is, I'm not going to tell you everything about it right now. There's plenty of videos about it. But basically what it is, it's a platform that allows us all to ride from home in an online environment together. If you have any questions about what that actually means or how that actually works, you can tune in to the club page every Thursday at 7:30 because we live stream the group ride. We also talk to each other via a voice app called Discord, so it makes it a makes it a social. Makes it a social experience even though we're not together. So we are riding together even though we're apart, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. All of this is going on. Everything is canceled. It's really a difficult time for a lot of people. One of the things that I've been doing is spending a lot of time with my kid, teaching him to ride his balance bike, and it has been great. Did I just use the club news program to brag about my son riding his bike? Yeah, I think I did. But the truth is, things aren't great for all of us. Some of us have economic anxieties or worried about our finances and our jobs. Some of us are stressed about the health and well-being of friends or family members. But the truth is that this will end. It will pass. And we need to do everything we can in the interim to make sure that those people that we love and care about and ourselves are okay at the end of it. We'll still be here riding bikes in one form or another for the duration, and we'll be riding bikes when this is over. I hope that you'll join us. I don't know what our newsletter is going to be about next month. There's not any cycling going on outside of what's happening on trainers and Zwift. So I'm going to have to probably come up with something really creative, or it's going to be a really short newsletter. But thank you for being here this time, and I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe, take care, and stay away.
Nope.